Well guys, welcome back to Linda's Pantry, and today, as you see in the title, we're making our own fajita mix, and that's a seasoning. You can buy these packets. I went and bought one of these today, and I was reading the label and went, this is why I like to make my own. I've used this in a pinch, without a doubt, but there's a few ingredients that are really unnecessary, and so I tend to make my own. And then the flavor profile is exactly customized to how we like fajitas. So I used this the other night in my recipe, and you all were asking how to make it. Some of it's measurements, some of it's not. Now, this is oregano. So get a pencil to write this down. And if you like these kind of videos, don't forget to subscribe, click the like button, and look up in the iCard because I'll have some a playlist for you. You can go check out. I've done taco seasoning for you before. I haven't done it in a long time, but that's fantastic. Salsa seasoning, you just add crushed tomatoes and some fresh onions, and you've got salsa. Okay, so about a tablespoon in your hand of uncrushed oregano, so then it shrinks down. Crush that up. I really like Mexican oregano, and you can't leave that out of this. For kick, and we don't like our fajita seasoning too hot. I leave that up to other things. A 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, cumin, and I'm almost out. And I buy this in bulk, so I'll be going again. Oh, perfect. So a heaping tablespoon, because that's all I've got. And cumin is strong, but it's got a warm, earthy feel to it. It's very good. 1 teaspoon of salt. So this is really low sodium. I am using kosher salt right here. And I want a teaspoon, if I can get these to work for me, of onion powder. And you can multiply this recipe as many times as you like, depending on how much you want to store. I tend to only do little batches that'll do 3 to 4 meals, because you only need about an ounce, maybe an ounce and a half of this when it comes time to make it. I want a tablespoon of chili powder, a tablespoon of my homemade garlic powder, and this is just garlic that I slice up with my slicer for the KitchenAid and dehydrate. Very easy, and then grind it up. And then the thickening agent, because you know when you make fajitas or tacos, you add a little bit of water. Well, it's because there's usually cornstarch in it, and there is cornstarch in mine. And I'm going to, about a 1/2 tablespoon is all for this amount. I usually double this recipe, but to make it easy for those of you that do not want this to have too much of this on hand. And then the last but not least, you're going to need brown sugar. And I usually also put in, and I'm out of these, you can buy little packets of dehydrated lemon juice and lime juice, and I usually put the lime juice in here, but I am out. So note that that's an option. It still comes out delicious, so don't panic if you don't have that. And that's a tablespoon of brown sugar. So last but not least, here we have just regular paprika. About a tablespoon and a half. Usually a heaping tablespoon is plenty. And there you have it. There is my fajita seasoning. And then I always taste, because you want to mix it up thoroughly. It becomes a light orangey color. And usually by sight I can tell whether I've got it right or not. But I also do like to taste it. So, yep, perfect. And then I'll just add lime zest. And honestly, the lime is optional. So get your little jar. And this is how I store it. And that's about 4. That's about a 1/2 jar. That's about 4 meals right there that I can do. And I don't have to buy these packets, and it costs me pennies. These packets can run, you know, 88 cents, I think, is what I paid for this, or 89. Even sometimes more than that. And this, I'm sure, didn't cost me close to that. So there it is on my shelf, and it'll keep very well, just as long as your other spices would. Sometimes if you're in a humid climate, though, you might get a little bit of caking. So just note that, and it doesn't hurt it, though. All right, guys. So as long as I can have all this stuff on the shelf, that's how long I can keep it. So I hope it helps. That's what I made my fajitas with the other night, and it's delicious. It makes a sauce. If you leave that cornstarch out, and you could use tapioca starch, any kind of thickening starch you want. If you leave that out, though, you won't get that sauce coating on your vegetables and your meat for the fajitas. So I hope this inspires you to try your own fajita seasoning. And if it does, go ahead and hit that like button. Go down in the About section below and check out the links that I've left for you, because I've got some really nice links for you. All right, guys, we'll see you next time. Bye.